Hello everybody. I'm starting just a tiny bit earlier today. I'm doing some live writing, and actually I'm sort of like wrapping up the wrapping up sort of like the editing, improving the writing on a paper. That's me took my clothes hanger there. And I just thought it would be a good idea to share this with you and show you how you can integrate um, Hemingway and ProWritingAid, which are two tools that may apparently sort of like serve the same purpose, but that I actually use separately just because Hemingway's readability features are much better. And I've discussed this in a stream I think last week. So if you want to catch that, it is there. But otherwise, it's a live writing today, and so we're going to kick it by looking at the conclusion here. Then I'm going to move to the discussion, which I also need to to edit. But the conclusion will allow me to just like do a one start to finish sort of video. So the first thing that I do is I pick up the whole text and I put it to ProWritingAid. So there you go. That's what we're going to do. Okay, there we go. So it is done. It is here in ProWritingAid, and let's see the reports. Okay. So ProWritingAid has a cool summary report. I'm not like super worried about it, but let's just take a look. We see that we're doing pretty well in the document. Nice sentence variety, nice spelling, and so on. Grammar's pretty bad. Style's pretty bad. Sentence length's pretty bad. No, this is like this is trademark. I like to writing long sentences. So yeah, but I mean that's what Hemingway is for. Readability, it's 12. That's pretty good. That's like somebody starting their undergraduate degree. This is a PhD level work, so that's okay. And you'll see like grammar. A lot of in papers, grammar references are picked up as grammar errors. So I actually tend to introduce references at the end. But anyway, so let's look at it in detail. Can we look at this in detail? Oh yeah, we're close here. There we go. Okay, so the first thing that I do is I go style. I don't worry too much, but let's see here. Okay. Okay, so this is, you see this long subordinate clause, so there's we show that and then boom, all of this. So this is something that I typically go on in Hemingway. Passive index is good, okay. So let's see the readability and enhancements. No, I do need the on the one hand and on the other hand as a writing. Moreover, when. No, I do need moreover as well. Constituted. No, mutual constituted is fine. I may just do mutually constituted like this and make it happy. Considered. That's okay. That's okay as well. Yeah, that's okay as well. So, I mean, whenever you go to something like this, you need to see, okay, what I use this for is to see is to make deliberate choices so that, for example, here if I put in the use of IT, which is awkward, I put it on purpose. Like there's a reason that there's a reason that you know that I want to have it here. Okay, so I think this is the biggest takeaway for me from using this sort of like writing improvement software is that you are using it not to correct but to make informed decisions. And I have to tell you, like, I really hate this using proofreaders because, I mean, writing for me is not just technical, it's about choices, and voice. And, it's just like, I don't like just accept all the changes that my proofreaders do. So normally I have to it's like a huge amount of work, like to go to a proofread paper of mine. But anyways, so there we go. So looking pretty good. Let's see grammar. We had some problems with grammar. Again, some of them are references, so you see them here, right? Mutually constituted. Okay. Don't hyphenate. Okay, it's good. Here I want the comma to separate the together. Well, let's check it out. Now here I like some of dualisms here. Yeah, so that's good. That's good. Okay, so we're done with grammar. So I mean, this is the conclusion. Normally there's, it's, and I just reread it, so it's fine. Grammar. Okay, now let's just look at the overused words. That's okay. Adverbs. Generic descriptions, okay. Okay, the generic descriptions, I only have 2 occurrences, so it's like it's not dramatic. I'll change it here. Only a few. There you go. Okay, so the software is happy. Now, this is for me, who, again, as I told you, I do a lot of like long sentences. This for me is really important, sentence length. But let's just look at readability. So you see that readability here is is at the paragraph level, and this doesn't help at all. Right, because I don't know in this paragraph where I have to cut to make it more readable. Also, you can see here that ProWritingAid reports the Flash Kincaid index. This is, it's a nice number. It's precise. I prefer the readability index in Hemingway because it just helps me. Okay, people need X years to understand what I'm writing. It just makes more intuitive sense for it. So, I never, literally never use this. Now, sentence length here. Oh, something that is interesting here is, wait, let's go there. Okay. So something that is interesting here that you may find useful, if I may, is readability. Is the estimated remaining time. So that's I think that's useful. Okay, this is like 2 minutes for the conclusion. Obviously, we need to take to worry about the quality and accessibility in text. So just take into account that some people are not native English speakers, many people, and other people have different reading challenges. So so this this is obviously something that you need to take into account. So let's go to sentence length. Now, I really love this graph here because it just shows you the rhythm of the text. See, and I like this here, because it's first, most of the sentences are shortish, never short but shortish, 14 words and so on. So most of them are short, but then you have a few like long sentences nicely interspersed. So that's pretty good. It gives a lot of rhythm to the to the piece, because obviously people would be bored if they only read short sentences. Longer sentences allow people, to take in a little bit more of like meaty content and perhaps pause a little bit longer. So I like this. Looks great. Looks very good. See, you have a sentence variety index here, super helpful. 4.7/3. Average sentence length, it's a little bit high, but at one point you need to get comfortable with your voice, and I'm okay with 19/18. Okay, so this looks pretty good. So let's copy and Hemingway. Let's see what Hemingway has in store for us. Okay. Boom. Okay, so it's pretty good. We have 14 readability index. Okay, and so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to cut some of the red sentences. Now, if you remember what we just saw in ProWritingAid, the rhythm, the variability, the sequencing of sentences is matters. So, for example, I'll be less worried about this sentence than this sentence, because this sentence is between a very short and a relatively short sentence. So it's okay, there's rhythm. Here we have two like really complex sentences that follow another complex sentence. So the rhythm here is a little bit rougher. Okay, I'll just check if it's someone on Twitter trying to chat and ask questions. No, there you go. Okay. So there we go. So this is what I'm going to focus on, but I'll still look here. Something that you have to do, and again, this is why I don't. I try to add the references at the end. Is that obviously references will count towards readability, so I just take them out to check. But 14 is good. 14 is good. For me, the ideal is 13, but 14 is normally my target. So this is like second year university. That's good. But because remember, because you think, okay, but aren't like research journals for researchers? Why are you worried about somebody in their second year university or third year not understanding what you're writing? And the reason is simple. If you're a professor, you know this, right? That professors assign research papers to their students, right? So ideally, your grade should be 13. And again, this is what I really aim for. But 14 is fine. So here I have a pretty easy cut, right? I can just put okay, and again I'm going to take out. See, we're on 13 already. That's pretty good. I'm going to take out this thing. No, it remains right. Okay, so 13 is good, but it's not like you reach 13 and you can stop, because you still have this red blob here, and here. So you really need to do the work and go to the end. So here I can just analytical literature review. I want to leave the analytical because this is the conclusion of the paper, and I made a big deal in the introduction that this is an analytical literature review. So I'm going to keep this here. I can put is here. I'm worried about the word this, disconnect, these studies. I'll put those, maybe it's better. And here's a passive voice, but that's the white green is a passive voice, but I think it's fine. Notice that this replacing becomes with is doesn't change anything like for red, but it is a shorter word. It makes the writing more simple. So although it remains red, let's say it's a lighter shade of red, so to speak. Okay, I can't seem to be able to shorten this one. I run through some options in my head. Here, I need to change this word. So, although I'm shortening sentences here, I also want to make sure that this is a final pass at the text and see that I like everything. Now, see, this is a little trick, and again, this is not for the number. I'm really trying to make the text easier to read. So readability is about the number of words in a sentence and the length of those words. So if you change explain, which is a 6-letter word, by two words that together have 6 letters, this actually improves the readability index. So the sentence just moved to yellow, but that actually makes it more readable. So, this is not just like trying to make things yellow because it's a pretty color, right? Okay, I'm just going to take the reference here to see if it remains. Oh, it moves to yellow, so that's good. So again, that's the reason why I keep the references. I can take this out. Actually, control. See, I just split the sentence there. That's obviously the easiest way. The easiest way to do it. So I'm pretty happy. Grade 13. That's my sort of like what I aim for. So it's all done. So we are happy. And remember that Scrivener is it's not only a writing software, but also project management software for your writing, if you use it that way. So for me, the unchecked box means that I'm super happy with the text. And then now I'm going to check it to say I am all done. And with that, my dear friends, I will end stream for today. I hope you liked it, and I'm very happy that I got to show you the connection between how I use ProWritingAid and Hemingway together in my editing process. Okay, have a great day. I'm still not sure what we're going to do tomorrow, so just wait for Twitter or later today to to see what's on the stream for tomorrow for the longer Saturday stream. Okay. Talk to you then. Have fun.